co-founder of Jahuku. This is my channel where I talk about my journey as a brand owner. I talk about my fitness journey as well, going from starting in the gym in January last year to where I am now. And also talk about just tips and tricks for starting your own brand that I think will be useful to other people. The last few vids that I've done have been mostly focusing on my training program, so training like my split workouts for the week. But now I want to actually get onto a topic that I don't really see spoken about that much, but I've spoken about it in my personal interviews. But I think it's really key for the longevity of your brand or whatever business you want to start, really, actually, in fact. And that topic is balancing your physical and your mental health whilst being an entrepreneur / business owner / CEO, whatever you want to call it, really. But it's about getting that perfect balance, basically, is what I'm going to talk about today, and how I get that balance in running my own company by myself, and what I think you guys should be doing as well. I'm sure, as you've seen on social media, that running your own business is like really fun. It's thrilling. It's like you get to command your own hours, you can travel around more, you get to do more fun things, and so, which is great. But at the same time, we need to be aware that it's very easy to become under pressure of financial pressure. So meeting like rent payments or production payments or staff payments, meeting pressures of just like your peers around you. Because also a common misconception for a lot of entrepreneurs that their friends think as soon as I've got my own brand or my own business or whatever, that they're instantly rich. And they may find themselves under pressure by friends to loan them money or to pay more for certain things, etc. This can all just lead to a big drop in mental and physical health. You may find that I found myself at one point when I got my first office, I would leave my house at like 7 a.m. to get to my office for around 8 in the morning, and I would stay there until midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., eating rubbish food, ordering takeaways, barely getting any sleep. And I thought I was really hitting that entrepreneur life, and I was like, yeah, man, this is the grind. It's short term, that can work, but long term it's not feasible. And neglecting my body and my mental health led to a lot of negative turns in my health, physically and mentally, which I have now fixed and improved upon. But I'm going to talk you through what I did to get over that as well. I think the first thing you need to do when you're thinking about starting a business, or if you really are in the journey of starting your own business, is you need to be exercising or working out or going for a walk or doing some sort of physical activity that can get your heart rate going, your muscles going, and just give you a bit of stress relief. I work from home mostly, so I find myself sat in my office room like this most of the time from 8 a.m. till maybe sometimes 9, 10 p.m. at night. But I make sure I break up that day. So first thing in the morning, I get up, I go for a walk in the morning, take a little stroll, a little 15-minute stroll in the morning, and come back, have my shower, start my day, etc. In the afternoon, I break up my work day by going to the gym in the afternoon, just to go and relieve a little bit of stress, etc. and so. And this is really important. You don't have to go to the gym and do a crazy workout, but it's just getting yourself in some sort of routine where you're training a little bit, or even playing a bit of five-a-side football or badminton or tennis or whatever you can do just to get a bit of exercise in. I'd recommend trying to get in at least, if you can, at minimum, 1 session a week, but really and truly, I'd say three to 4 a week if you can. It's not going to be 3 to 4 gym workouts. It can be 3 to 4 days where you could do 2 days doing gym, 2 days just going for a walk, and just mix it up and making sure you're just getting some outside and exercising and into a routine, really, because without that, you're going to find you struggle a lot. I had a car accident in January of last year, and I was set to be out for a good few months, actually, because of back injuries and leg injuries and shoulder injuries. But I actually made the choice to start going to the gym. I think about 3-4 weeks after my accident, nothing too heavy, just getting myself out the house, walk on the treadmill, do some very light weights, some light calisthenics, is that right? I think, just to get my body going. And I found that I recovered from my injury within about a month and a bit, if not less than that, just from regularly working out, keep my body moving. Like, you'll just find that you recover from injuries. So another benefit that I find to training frequently is it improves your diet as well. When you're working out, your body's just naturally more hungry for carbohydrates, protein, etc. and so on. So you'll find that you get into a much more regular eating routine. If you find that you struggle to eat 3 square meals a day, or to just eat a square meal a day on a regular basis, if you start working out and do it at certain times, you'll find that your body gets hungry because it's like, oh, I've just worked out, I've just burnt off all this energy that I had. I need to replace that now. So you'll find that you get a much more better diet going, and you're naturally going to get healthier food to eat in that time as well. So there's a knock-on effect of a better diet. You'll find that you start doing a lot more meal prepping as well, rather than ordering takeaways. I haven't ordered a takeaway since maybe summer last year, I want to say. I cook all my meals at home, pack it, prep it, take it around me for the day. It's cheaper, first of all, one, and I also know what I'm putting into my body as well. I know I'm eating, and I know I'm getting clean food. I can manage my diet much more better as well in that way. I also just find that when I'm working for long hours of the day and I'm starting to get like a bit more restless, I can see myself procrastinating a little bit from a task I need to do, that's probably the best time to just get up, leave my crib and go to the gym and just smash out some weights, because once I've done that, I feel like I've gotten the stress out of my body. I come back home, it might be a bit later at night now, but at least I know I can do an hour of focus and high quality work rather than sitting and doing half-assed work for 2-3 hours. That kind of really gets me nowhere and leaves me feeling more frustrated than when I started, really and truly. So yeah, I would say as an entrepreneur / business owner, you should be training in the gym or doing some sort of workout or exercise minimum 3 times a week. The weekends are there. The weekend is there. Like, there's not really any such thing as not having enough time. I used to think, oh, I haven't got enough time, I've got to go to my office and go to this photo shoot and there's always time. If you structure your days properly and you cut out the unneeded partying, the unneeded drinking, or you be hungover on a Saturday morning or so and so, you cut all that out, you'll find you've got enough time. Saturday and Sunday, minimum, you should be training on those days. You can definitely carve out 1 or 2 more days in the weekday, whether it be in the morning, the afternoon, the evening, just to go and do a little something. If you work from home and can't afford the gym or whatever, bang out some press-ups, go for a run, do some skipping. Running is free, the outdoors is free for now. I'm sure they'll probably charge us for going outside at some point, but the outdoors is free for now, so use that as a way to go exercise and keep yourself active. Moving on to mental health, I feel like exercising frequently also boosts your mental health, but even on that separate topic there, I just think it's important to have a really strong support system around you, whether that be friends, family, your partner, and so and so. One thing that I definitely was doing a lot in the last few years of my business was I just keep things to myself. If I'm stressed about, I don't know, like a production going wrong where we had a bunch of items come in that's probably worth about like 10 grand of stuff that was all faulty, and like I was stressed and I kept it all to myself, really. I didn't really say anything, and like that definitely had negative effects on my mental health, where I found myself being a lot more blunter towards people and they couldn't understand why I was being so blunt or so rude or so like moody around them. But like I knew in my head I'm angry because of this bad situation, but there's no reason why I should take out that situation on friends or on family or whatever. So you also find that when you talk out issues regarding your business or whatever, whether it be good or bad, it gives you more clarity, which can help with your mental health as well. When you actually express ideas out loud, you find that there can actually be a lot easier of a solution to it than what you had in your head. When you're the one in it and experiencing it, you can feel like it's the whole world coming in on you, whatever. Whereas if you share as I say, a problem shared, a problem halved. Like if I share the problem to somebody else and say, hey, look, this is what I'm thinking about, they might say, oh, just do this, just do that, or I know someone can do this for you, and you find that you can solve the situation so much faster just by talking about it with someone. So I think having a strong support system there is so key. I have my sisters, my partner, my parents, cousins as well, and close friends that I speak to about different ideas. I won't talk to them all about the same things. Some I'll talk about certain things too, and vice versa. But I know who I can go to regarding certain topics to get their opinion, their advice, and their foresight into what I'm concerned about or happy about, either or. Even something that I'm trying to get into as well is journaling. I've found that through journaling and just like end of the day, I've got an alarm on my phone to say 10 p.m. I think it is. Just journal, just write down whatever I'm thinking, what I had that day, what I liked that day, what I didn't like that day, just to write things down. And I found that it gives me a lot more clarity before I go to bed. I'm kind of like reviewing my day because a lot happens in my day. And it's nice to sit down, review it, go over what the goods and the bads were and so and so. So I'd recommend journaling as well, because also it's a bit nice to look back on in a month's time, 2 months' time, a year's time, and look at how much you've progressed from when you were going through it in January 2022 compared to now in Feb this year, where you're like, oh wow, like that thing that I was stressing about 2 years ago, I completely forgot about that. It's all sorted now. It helps to give you more, like a much more better perspective on life and just avoid over stressing about things as well, I would say. So yeah, to conclude, the main thing I wanted to say in this video is just, first of all, when you're running a business, your physical and your mental health comes first. Especially if you're a solo entrepreneur as well, if you are not feeling 10 out of 10 or top tier, the business is going to fail, or not, it's not going to fail, but it won't do as good as it could do. So make sure you've got a physical routine set aside for exercising, whether it be jogging, football, gym, rugby, badminton, yoga, Pilates, whatever you want to do. Just make sure you've got at least 3 sessions a week minimum booked in that you're going to do. If you can't get to the gym, just go for a little jog, 1 kilometer, half a kilometer. As long as you just do something to get your body going and keep that routine. It's so key. If you want to find out more about how I work out, you can head to my page and you'll find way more videos on there. And mental health wise, ensure you got a good system around your people and friends, whether it be parents, friends, cousins, sisters, brothers, whatever. You've got that around you. That's super important. And just make sure you're not over stressing about stuff. Simply put, like, a lot of the time the issues you're going to come across in running a business, someone's been through that before and can advise you how to get through it, and it's not the end of the world, is what I would say. I used to think if a little tiny thing went wrong, I don't know, there was a late order or a production went wrong, I'm thinking, oh, it's the end of the world. It's not. You will get through it. It will get better. Just keep your head screwed on. Make sure you don't break your routine of working out. Make sure you keep talking to people around you that are supportive as well. And you will enjoy the journey. Just enjoy the journey. Remember, it's not going to be smooth the whole way, so you need to make sure you've got things in place to keep you afloat when things get a little bit rocky at sea. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a short video today, but I just want to do a little talk on what things I think are important as a business owner. I'm Ime4K, owner and founder of Google. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment any more things you can talk about as a business owner.